There have been quite a few exciting Tesla Semi updates that have happened recently, so stick around as I go over the latest news around Tesla's revolutionary semi-truck. I'm John, and this is Cleanerwatt. Now, of course, Tesla has been taking their time rolling out the semi-truck. It was first unveiled in 2017, but beyond Tesla's own internal testing and use, the first customer deliveries didn't begin until about 5 years later when PepsiCo took first deliveries in December of 2022. Here in 2026, one would expect, especially with the volume that Tesla does with their other vehicles, that by now Tesla had manufactured and delivered thousands of Tesla semis. Tesla has not manufactured tens of thousands, not even thousands, but rather hundreds of these Tesla semis, so the pace has been quite slow. Now, the reason for that I have covered in past videos, and just for a quick reminder, Tesla has been really making sure that the Tesla Semi is ready for prime time. They needed to work out any reliability issues or anything that might crop up, because with the commercial trucking industry, there's very, very little room for error. So Tesla has been taking this time to get the truck right. Thankfully, though, this limited, somewhat pilot production is now coming to an end because Tesla is nearing the completion of their purpose-built mass production Tesla Semi factory. And there are some photos that were recently published on an X account that I want to share with you. And this was shared by Ashley Vance on X. And you can see 4 pictures here that Ashley shared. So this factory is getting pretty close. In addition, in a recent investors presentation, Tesla also had written, quote, "Preparations continue in North America for the production ramps of Tesla Semi and Cybercab, both commencing first half 26. So if Tesla is able to meet that goal, that means production of the Tesla Semi in that factory is going to start pretty soon. Now, you've probably seen this, but Tesla also did update the design. As you can see in this image, the front of the truck looks quite a bit different with that light bar and the much thinner headlights on the sides. Tesla has made quite a few other changes to the semi-truck as well for this mass production version. For example, they were able to improve the aerodynamic efficiency of the truck by 7%, and the coefficient of drag is now around 0.40. Dan also revealed that with this new design, they were able to cut around 1,000 pounds out of the weight of this truck, which of course is really important with commercial trucking where you're trying to get payload parity with diesel semi-trucks. In addition to that, Dan also made clear that the standard range, or the 300 plus mile Tesla Semi, the smaller version, that's going to be even lighter than, of course, the big one. It has a smaller battery pack, which will allow it to haul even more cargo than the larger one as far as weight. Now, of course, you'll have a little bit less range, but if you're looking for shorter operations, that semi-truck, that shorter range semi-truck is going to fit in very well. Now, when it comes to the exact weight of the truck right now, I don't know that exact weight. It's unclear whether or not the specs on Tesla's website right now are for the old design or the new design, because it still lists the picture of the old Tesla Semi design. But nonetheless, based on this presentation that Dan Priestley did in the past, and I covered this in a past video, you can see that Tesla listed the vehicle weight of the standard range Semi at less than 9,000 kilograms, and the long range version less than 10,500 kilograms. With the Tesla Semi-truck and the diesel Semi-truck, each hauling a trailer that itself weighs 10,000 pounds, you can see that that would allow for around 49,000 pounds of cargo with the Tesla Semi, and somewhere between 45 and 55,000 pounds with a diesel Semi, and of course a little bit less than that if you accommodate for fuel weight. So with that being said, I'm not sure whether or not that 1,000-pound reduction happened with the redesign or if it happened incrementally through time, and whether or not that around 23,000 pound weight is the actual weight of the truck now, or if it's 1,000 pounds less than that. But either way, the truck is very competitive when it comes to the cargo weight that it can haul. In that video, Dan Priestley also made it clear that some of the changes revolve around getting the design ready for higher volume production. In addition, Dan revealed that they moved from a hydraulic steering assist system to an all-electric steering assist system. Beyond that, and I'm not sure if this has been this way for a little bit or if this change was made with the new design, but Dan did confirm that the high-volume production version of the Tesla Semi will have a 48-volt low-voltage system, which of course results in a reduction of the weight of the wiring harness. Beyond some of those mechanical changes, going back to the exterior of the truck, if you look at the side windows of the new design, you can see that there's actually kind of a window within a window there. And Franz mentioned in that Jay Leno's Garage video that this was to solve the problem where the old window, the way it tilted up, made it kind of difficult for a truck driver if they pulled up to where they were making a delivery or picking up a delivery and they needed to pass through a clipboard or paperwork. This new window here allows that to be done much easier, and you have better, quicker access to pass things through the window. In addition, Dan revealed that Tesla improved the side view mirrors as well, making them a little taller so that the truck driver has greater visibility from the wheels of the trailer all the way to the top of the trailer. Now, something that I hadn't really thought about before, but this is a huge advantage of an electric semi-truck like the Tesla Semi, is the fact that if you have a trailer that requires power, like a refrigerated trailer that needs power to keep the refrigeration system going, typically with a diesel semi-truck, that trailer would need a separate generator on the truck to produce the power needed to run the refrigeration. However, with the Tesla Semi, they've designed it such that you can actually power such a trailer directly from the truck's battery, in a similar manner of how you would with like the Tesla Cybertruck, how you can use a vehicle to load and you can run devices with that. They have a special system built into the truck that would allow you to power trailers and other devices like that without having to have a separate diesel generator. Now, I believe Tesla has intended to use 4680 batteries in their semi-truck for some time now, but with production and development delays, that of course has not been the case for their pilot production of their semi-truck that has used other batteries. But now, according to Dan Priestley, Tesla is going to be using 4680 batteries in the new mass production Semi. This is, of course, a huge positive because as Tesla is able to ramp the production rate of these batteries higher and higher, the amount that it costs them to build those battery packs will go lower and lower. And as they can cut cost out of that, they will directly benefit from that. That will not only allow them to sell the semi-truck for a lower price, which, spoiler alert, I do have some pricing information to share with you later on in this video, but it could also allow them to have a more profitable semi-truck. But with that being said, how long does Tesla expect these 4680 equipped battery packs to last in the Tesla semi-truck? Well, Jay Leno actually asked that question, and Dan Priestley mentioned, the battery is designed to last 1,000,000 miles. You will see some degradation over time, but we see that it can last in its original duty cycle 1,000,000 miles. So that's a pretty exciting headline. The Tesla Semi is going to feature a 1,000,000-mile battery pack. But of course, if you do the math, while it's still impressive, it kind of comes back to more of a realistic situation. It doesn't seem that crazy when you do some basic math. For example, the long-range Tesla Semi, fully charged, should be able to go around 500 miles, and Tesla has proven that to be the case, and that's even with a load. So if you divide 1,000,000 miles by 500 miles, which is that range, that means that theoretically it would take 2,000 charges to get 1,000,000 miles out of that vehicle. Of course, that's not exactly how it works in the real world. There will be some degradation with time. You don't want to always run the battery down to nearly zero. That's not good for the battery. So let's just say that every charge you get an average of 400 miles. That's still 2,500 charges. So while getting 2,500 charges out of a battery pack is impressive, it's not completely crazy. Speaking of charging, in order for the Tesla Semi to really be successful, you're going to need a mega charger network that is decently extensive, at least on the major highways in the USA and of course in the world in the future. But you need an extensive mega charger system so that a company can reliably drive the truck on various routes, major routes, highway routes, and have charging infrastructure in place. Thankfully, Tesla is working on rolling out that mega charger network ahead of the mass production of the Tesla Semi. And for example, on March 7th, on the Tesla Semi X account, this was posted with the wording, first mega charger station in Los Angeles. And it lists the address there in Ontario, California, where a Tesla mega charger is now open. In addition, as this Electrek article indicates, Tesla has added 64 mega charger locations to their map across 15 different US states, with Texas and California getting a large number of those locations. Now, the vast majority of those are not operational yet. You can see that they're gray here on the map. But the fact that Tesla does have those locations and that they are in development is, of course, big news. As I mentioned earlier, reliability is extremely important for commercial semi-trucks. And so Tesla has been working really hard to make the truck reliable. And the good news is, according to what was revealed in the Jay Leno's Garage video, Tesla semi-truck fleets usually have around a 95% uptime. That seems pretty solid to me, but I don't know industry averages. If you know some industry averages and you can share those in the comments section below, let me know. But that seems pretty decent, especially for their kind of manually built semi-trucks. Now, the 500-mile range Tesla Semi has a large battery pack. And if you try to charge that on a low kilowatt charger, it would take forever. Thankfully, the Tesla Semi is able to accept up to 1.2 megawatts of charging at a single time, of course, at its peak. It's not going to be 1.2 megawatts of charging for the entire charging cycle.
738, 851, 981, 1111.
Oh yes, nice.
1206! Woohoo!
Beyond that peak rate, more importantly though, how many miles of range can you add to the Tesla Semi in a 30-minute charge when connected to one of these mega chargers? Well, Dan revealed that you should be able to charge the truck up to 60% in 30 minutes. So that's up to 300 miles of range in a 30-minute charge when connected to one of these mega chargers. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about here before we close this video down is the price of the truck. Tesla has not come out and said exactly what the truck cost. However, Electrek was able to come across some pricing for the truck, and this is in February of this year. So it looks like the 500-mile range Tesla Semi, at least as of the data that was revealed in this Electrek article, that vehicle costs somewhere around $290,000 before destination fees and taxes. Beyond that, data also seems to indicate that the standard range version of the truck, at least in the past, had a price of around $260,000. Now, while that is a high price, if you actually look at the average cost of a zero emissions Class 8 truck, as was mentioned in this article, according to CARB data, that average in 2024 was $435,000. So if the Tesla Semi does indeed cost around $290,000, even with this new design, that still should be cheaper than the competition. So with that being said, I'm excited that Tesla is nearing the completion of their mass production factory, and that production in that factory should happen soon, because I want to see a lot more Tesla semi-trucks on the road, and I want to see also it spur more competition. Because of course, in the passenger electric vehicle space, Tesla was a key catalyst for a lot of other brands coming out with great electric vehicles. And I believe that Tesla is going to encourage not only more companies to produce electric trucks, which there are a number of electric trucks on the market right now, but also better electric semi-trucks. And hopefully in the next 5 to 10 years, electric semi-trucks will be much more normal than they are right now. Do let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. I'd also like to say thank you to all of those of you who support me through Patreon. Your support makes a big difference and does help make these videos possible. Well, until next time, thanks for watching.